Hi, my name is Carol Hassel. I am the chairman of the board of the Charlotte Spirituality Center, and I am doing an interview today with a good friend and colleague, Chet Amalean, on behalf of the Spirituality Center. We want to share with you some portraits of the graduates from our program and highlight what they're doing in the community now. So, Chet, I welcome you.
Hey, Carol. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, good. Chet, tell us a little bit about yourself and your association with the center.
Yeah, so I graduated from the center in 2013, and I was the second batch to graduate.
Yeah.
And it's been wonderful since then. I've met really some wonderful people along the way. Right now, I serve as one of the board directors at the Charlotte Spirituality Center, and I also do workshops once in a while. I try to do workshops once in a while, integrating mindfulness and spiritual direction. So that's kind of a nutshell of where I am right now, but I'm more than happy to talk more about details if you like.
Oh, I would. In fact, I do want to ask you about your experience in the program, but before we do that, why don't you go ahead, since you've already mentioned it, and talk about bringing mindfulness and spiritual direction together as partners.
Yeah, for me, it's been a wonderful practice, and also the work I'm doing with direction, because mindfulness helps you to be present in the current moment, and that's the kind of one of the definitions of mindfulness, is to be present in the current moment, non-judgmentally, from a loving space. So that gives me that grounding of being completely with the directee during the sessions, and also I think it also helps with the direction, because it's a way of being in the present moment. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So it would you say it partners very nicely too with a contemplative approach to life? And
absolutely. So with spiritual direction, you're connecting, not you, but you're helping your directee connect to their own understanding of God. So in that way, I think it's a real wonderful way to do that, because I think it's a complementary way of being completely connected and grounded in yourself, and also helping the directee, of course, grounding themselves with them, but at the same time, connecting to their own divinity within.
Yes. Beautiful. That's beautiful. So if you will, go ahead and tell us about, what was your experience like as a student at the center?
Sure. So like I said, I was in the second batch coming into the center, and I've met a lot of people, and my experience was really nice. I mean, my program at that time was a two-year program, so it really helped me with first of all getting grounded with the program the first year. And for me, I come from a different background. So, my background is more Eastern philosophy, Buddhism and Hinduism. So this was a way for me to experience what, spiritual direction was from a Christian tradition. So that's kind of the main reasons why I, wanted to understand and also form a kind of a friendship here with people in a similar, vein of thinking. And I think there's also a great connection to the Christian mystics. I think that was, for me, was another way of connecting to spiritual direction. So I really thank the center for helping me do that.
Yeah, great. Chet, who speaking of spiritual traditions, I experience you personally to be able to hold a very broad range of just really almost a perennial spirituality, a universal spirituality. And I know that you have a real affinity for and interest in some true education and community with a certain author through the years, which we chatted just before we started the recording here. Sure. Would you tell us about this teacher for you?
Yeah, absolutely. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. So
exactly.
So so the author's name and the teacher's name is Dr. David Hawkins, and I met him in the year 2005. And since then, I've been practicing his teachings, and I think his teachings kind of opened me up to a different understanding of spirituality, a different, very broad aspect of spirituality. It can be adopted to any faith. It's not like just it belongs to one faith. So there's a universal understanding of what is God, what is divinity, and how it can be applied to in different traditions. So I think his understanding of my understanding of his teachings is why I got into the program, because I wanted to experience a different aspect of divinity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you. So you beyond the center, you said you are a mindfulness practitioner.
Right.
So tell us, where are you getting your training, and where are you in your training journey, and then what are you offering out in the community?
Sure. Yeah. So, like I mentioned, that I do workshops at the center, and those workshops are mindfulness meditation-based workshops, the integration of mindfulness meditation and spiritual direction. So, I got into actually, I'm right in the program right now with Jack Confield and Tara Brock, which is a 2-year mindfulness meditation teacher program.
Okay.
And my interest again into mindfulness meditation is because of the work that I did with Dr. David Hawkins. His teachings has really influenced me in experiencing different aspects of meditations and some of the other work. But so some of the work I do here in Charlotte with mindfulness meditation is I do free workshops, donation based. I try to do them at least once in a few months, or at least once a month if I could. I've seen, it's been wonderful, bringing the mindfulness practice into the community and helping the community. Like I said, I use it with the direction work as well. So.
Chet, if someone might be interested in finding out about what you're doing, and maybe even scheduling spiritual direction with you, or at least getting on your email list to find out when your next mindfulness workshop is, how would we go about doing that?
Sure. So I do have a website called mindfulnessdirector.com, and you can get in touch with me through that website, mindfulnessdirector.com. Yes.
All right, mindfulnessdirector.com. Yeah, great. So let me see. Is there anything else that you can think of that I haven't asked you that you might like to share about your experience? I mean, I know we have a common experience at the Wild Goose Festival annually.
Right. Yes, yes. I'd love to. Yeah. For those people who are listening, Wild Goose Festival is a really wonderful place. Kind of open Christianity. I would say open Christianity, very open, very, very liberal. But it's a great place that I experienced for the first time. What it is to be a director to a lot of people who come there, and the experience is, I would say, it's really wonderful. People are really friendly and really open to ideas, and I think most of the people who come to the festival, they look forward to the direction sessions. So
yes. I don't know what your experience was there, Chet, but I actually had folks who would come the next year and sign up again for spiritual direction.
Absolutely, yes. I had a few folks who came back the second year who wanted to meet me and sit with me and experience some directional work. So that was really wonderful.
Good. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So what would you say, Chet, is the if you were to say something about the practice and the relationship in spiritual direction, what do you think is important for people to know from you personally?
Yeah. So with spiritual direction, I think what's important is like we said, it's your connection with God, and with more directional work that you do, you're opening yourself to a greater understanding of what God is. So when you come in for the first time for a direction, you may have some beliefs about what is God and how it's how it is playing out in your life. But I think with the directional work that we do, it's amazing to see how people open up to a greater awareness, a greater understanding, and how God is, moving through you in your life, and different aspects of life, different ways of looking at things. So, it's difficult to explain, but it's more to do with experience, right? So you know how it is. So it's really when you're experiencing is what's really important. And to let everyone know, I also have a spiritual director that I work with, and just because we're director doesn't mean that we don't get direction.
Exactly.
It's absolutely necessary that we get direction.
True. Yes. Well, Chet, thank you so much for sharing about yourself with us and the work that you are doing beyond the center. I guess we'll just say goodbye, right?
Sure.
Thanks so much, Chet, and thanks for the good work that you are doing and bringing into the world through your own journey.
Thank you, Carol. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right.